All right, welcome back to SouFLoTV again, everybody. It is your host with the most. If you've never been here before, just go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Hit the bell next to the subscribe button so you are notified every time a new video goes up on SouFLoTV. Please, 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 if you're one of the people who already know it all, then just don't watch the video, all right? I do these videos for people who actually work a lot and are caught up in other things, school and whatever, and they're trying to keep up also with everything else they got going on in life. And these testimonies that are being given in court by these Klansmen, ex-Klansmen against the Klansman gang as we go through this Klansman one done gang trial. All right, I don't do the videos to argue with anybody. I source the information and I read it directly as it is printed to you. Seen? All right. So this here is video number 11. The prosecution's second witness in the Klansman one done gang trial today testified that he was offered money to keep quiet about the two alleged members of the gang. The witness disclosed under cross-examination that the offer was in relation to two people that he actually named. Them pay me, them offer me the money to not say nothing about Sickhead whose real name is Lamar Simpson, and the next person who they call Termite. So Sickhead and Termite, those two, he was offered money to not say anything about them. The witness claimed that he was asked to name his price, and he explained that the bribe was for him to tell the court that he did not know the men, him not know nothing about them, and he had never seen them before. However, it was not in court, it was not said in court who actually made the offer to him. I think that's a big piece of information that needs to be sourced. And if he's going to testify and say, somebody offer me, and say, me shouldn't tell upon them, and choose those two, and tell me if you name my price, wouldn't it be helpful? Because this is obviously somebody that is well vested in these individuals, right? Aiding and abetting criminals, trying to sway witnesses, bribe people to not go to court and tell the truth and these kind of things. This is something that they would need to find out. However, the paperwork says that he did not say who it was. So my question is, why would that be valid then? If he's not able to say who it was, I mean, he's telling everything already. Him should have just go ahead and tell that part too, don't it? Anyway, the ex-gangster made the disclosure while he was being cross-examined by defendant Stephanie Christie's attorney, the female gangster attorney, Alexander Shaw, who had asked him if he had demanded money from his client or from any of the other alleged gang members while they were in custody. Did you call any of them and tell them so them have to pay you, or you go tell upon them or anything like that? During further cross-examination, Shaw suggested to the witness that he had tried to get his client killed as he did not like her. But, of course, this was denied by the witness. You have to understand, sir, right now, lawyer desperate, you know. You know what's funny too? We don't even know if these lawyers are operating under threat. I mean, I don't put anything past anybody at this point. This could be actually a case of, yo, you better get to it off, you hear that? Or you or all your family member them a get slapped away. And the lawyers are working feverishly right now. Anyhow, it is a lawyer's job to get their client off. It is a lawyer's duty to discredit a witness that can be damaging to your case. After all, it is a lawyer's whole goal to win whatever case they represent. So you must expect that the lawyer have vested interest, not only with pay from their client, but also with their reputation and their names themselves. You can build a big name off of this if you are the lawyer that actually goes to court, beat the system, get your clients off out of a case like this with so many damaging testimonies already put on the table. Not true? Okay. The witness also denied the suggestion. So here the lawyer. The lawyer said, I think, didn't you try to kill my client because you didn't like her? That's the lawyer trying to discredit the witness. See? Whether it's true or not, it had to be put out there. And if it was true, it would be damaging for the witness and for the prosecution side. But the witness stand firm. And the witness said, no such thing. Don't even know what y'all talk about. The witness also denied a suggestion that he had been spreading rumors about the alleged female already. The female gangster, him used to go around and tell the female gangster that she's a Obia worker, while he was pointing out to others that he had mentioned that she gave the alleged gang members guard rings. So she go get them guard ring load up and she give them guard ring. The woman there in a Obia, and me not like a girl there and the girl left it dead. And of course, the witness says, no such thing. Me never have nothing against her. Shaw also asked the witness if he was aware that his client, who is the female gangster, actually grew up in Jones Avenue, St. Catherine, and that she and the reputed gang leader Andre Blackman Ryan were actually childhood friends. The witness said, no sir, I was not aware of that. So how come him so close to the whole thing and him never knows that she grew up there, sir? And he didn't know that they were actually friends from a long time ago and all that, childhood friends and stuff? That's kind of weird, but whatever. He also rejected suggestions from the lawyer that the only meeting, here the lawyer try everything, Here the lawyer now. The only meeting that my client attended were church and community meetings, which again, the witness bust out a laugh when the when the lawyer said the only meetings my client attended were church and community. The witness bust out laughing. Now, hear me now. Them people here don't even, it's like them not afraid of them people here because they're already in deep up to their neck. I mean, what more you can do to me at this point, So they're talking their talk and they're getting faced in court too. Miss, you done? Like the other one yesterday. Miss, you finished? You done? Okay. All right. Well, me, I tell you, say he is part of the gang because I was there and standing firm on their ground. Now, off of a different report now. This man, this witness said that he pleaded and he begged Blackman not to kill a certain person. But Blackman went ahead and ordered the death of the person. Anyways, a prosecution witness in the trial of the alleged members of the Wandan faction of the Klansman gang said that he begged Blackman not to have a certain man killed, as the man did not give any problems. He was not a problematic person. He wasn't that kind of somebody. But the witness said that Blackman refused. Blackman said him off dead anyway. He told the court that Blackman told him that information was received on the target from an individual who wanted the target dead. That means that is a paid contractual hit. So whether you like him or not, we are going to take the money, call them pay for the hit, and we are going to kill him. So he did. The witness said that the man who was eventually killed by the instructions of Blackman was known only by the alias of Outlaw. I've seen a picture of Outlaw. Some of you might have seen the picture. I'm having on a red shirt, and I think it's the only picture I could have found with him, but I didn't put it in this slide. Outlaw was killed in Lauriston, in Spanish Town, St. Catherine in 2017. The witness, who is a former gangster himself, self-professed former gangster, had actually told the court before that he was, so this is that witness that told the court that he called Brian's driver to tell him that Outlaw had been killed. He heard the alleged gang leader laughing in the background. Wow. Now we've heard this before. Remember the price right? Outside of some store, the other youth that they killed, this is a different person. And he said he wanted to go, according to testimony, Blackman said they want to look upon him before them kill him. And they went over there, brought him over there, and he parked the car for a minute, 5 minutes or so, and he sat there and watched the youth. And then when him drive away, him said, all right, go do it. And they went over there and them kill him. And they also testified that they heard the gunshots as they were driving away. And Blackman started laughing because he knew what those gunshots meant. Shortly after that, they called him and said, it's done, him dead. 2 people did that murder, according to testimony. And remember, they said the killer them ordered or asked Blackman for bring them back some food or something like that. Anyhow, and them get KFC, a KFC them get or something like that. Anyway. Last month, the prosecution's first witness, who had described himself as Brian's personal driver and the gangbanker, had also testified the same corroborating story that Brian burst into laughter when he, the witness, was called and told that Outlaw was killed. Alright, so it's the same person, is Outlaw. So here we have 2 different people corroborating the story. One said him call and tell him, and the other one said yes, and he said I heard it over the phone too. In his testimony before Justice Chief Brian Sykes in the Home Circuit Court in downtown Kingston on Wednesday, the second witness also stated, as the first witness did, that it was defendant Tariq James alias CJ who killed Outlaw. Now, from my little research that I've done so far, you can correct me in the comment section if I'm wrong. You don't have to argue with me and get degrading and disrespectful. Me I try to figure this thing out because it's like a movie scene. CJ was killed in 2020. But notice that somebody named CJ was killed, and it was reported in the news that 2 left 2 Klansman gang members dead. One had been identified as something, otherwise known as defendant Tariq James, otherwise known as CJ. So I'm thinking it has to be the same person, right? Alright, so CJ was sent to go kill already, and then them end up kill CJ. Boy, may I tell you now, if the youth them not listen to them something here, if they're not listening to them something here, you know I miss out. Don't go down them road here, youth. It's dark, and even the people who you kill with will end up killing you. Nobody feels that this thing I have no loyalty to it, right? You're putting your neck on a block for somebody to chop it off at this point. So James has been described as having been one of Brian's bodyguard. The second witness said that he drove the getaway car which carried James and another defendant, Carl Beach, from the crime scene. Wow. Why them I call name, you know? So Carl Beach was at the crime scene. And Blackman's bodyguard, who is known as James, was also at the crime scene. Meanwhile, the witness who said that he was the second in command of the gang. So this is a whole other person who did that testify again. So we're on to 3 witnesses now. Listen, when they give it to me like this, I have to read it just so they give it to me because they're no longer labeling. Sometimes it can be confusing because they label. Sometimes them said this is witness number 2 testifying. Next time them said this is witness number 1 testifying. Next time they just give the testimony and they don't say which witness it is that's testifying. You see it? Alright, so meanwhile, the witness who said that he was second in command of the gang said that he also witnessed a man who he identified as Dooley being killed. According to the witness, Brian wanted the man killed because he was a member of a rival gang. Dooley was eventually shot and killed on Chancery Street in St. Andrew. This is what the witness stated, and he also said that the deceased was actually a good friend. The witness claimed that one of the gang members, who he identified only as Sussman. Sussman, listening up, him described exactly how it happened. He said Sussman held the gun at the back of Dooley's head and shot Dooley several times. Prior to the man's death, Gangster had twice failed in their attempts to have him murdered. The witness went on to detail to the courts that 4 of the alleged gangsters, who he referred to by their aliases as Smokey, Izzy, Brains, and Biggs, they were allowed to keep their illegal guns. Smokey, Izzy, Brains, and Biggs, they were allowed to keep their illegal guns. However, 3 gang members had to take in their guns to Brian whenever he wished for them to do so. So if him call and send for your gun, you have to bring your gun come, right? The gangsters who had to adhere to these instructions were not named. Again, them a tell testimony and leaving out names. If he can tell me that 3 of them had to bring the gun back, he should be able to tell me which 3, because that's vivid memory right there, right? I can't imagine I live them life, you know. John no. Anyhow, and then you're walking around with a hot gun on you. A man give you a gun and say, this is where you have to walk around with. And then take your gun when him ready for it and use it, kill people, and then give it back to you and you have to walk around with the same hot gun. No, sir. I wonder if when they catch these people in Jamaica, like them catch them money with gun, I wonder if them run ballistics on every gun that is taken off of. I know that Jamaica is a young country. I know that we're making strides. I've seen where I believe a forensics lab is being put up and they will be investing millions and millions of dollars into it. I just hope they invest in putting credible people into it as well. Because if you have a link in there, so you know, then you can create even more havoc and get away with it. So we need credible people inside of these high technology places as we become more established. You know, I said Jamaica pretty young compared to other countries. That's why some countries called first world countries are way ahead in certain things. You can't compare a 250, 60-year-old country in independence to Jamaica. Jamaica just get independence not so long ago. There are people that are still living that remember when Jamaica didn't have independence. So striving on our so-called independence then. And I say so-called independence. We are get things together. But it look like it's a slow motion. And it look like also some people don't really want them things there to be gotten together. If you know what I mean. Anyways, Brian, along with 31 other men and women, men and a woman, only one woman in this, they are being tried in the Home Circuit Court under the Criminal Justice Suppression of Criminal Organizations Act 2014, better known as the Anti-Gang Legislation, on an indictment with 25 counts of allegedly being part of the criminal organization in a judge-only trial. Again, Brian and his co-accused have all pled not guilty to these charges. The men and the woman have been charged with multiple offenses, including being part of a criminal organization, illegal possession of firearm, illegal possession of ammunition, facilitating conspiracy to murder, and facilitating arson. As my man testified earlier, that's all them do. And them love do it. Extort, kill, and burn down people's house. That's exactly what he said. He said them love do it, and that is all they do. They extort, they kill, and then burn down people's house. We're going to leave it right there, sir. And then as more comes out, I will be giving you the more as it comes out. If you're confused about who is saying what this time, I'm just as confused as you are. Mainly though, I just want to hear what is being said, because it's not like it's an open court and we don't have a media in there to report everything to us so we can watch it like how we watch TV. So this is one of the best way for us to hear what's going on and have some kind of an idea what is taking place in the courtroom, right? So far, it's looking good. It's looking like. But this is Jamaica. You know anything can happen. Leave your comments in the comment section below. Tell me what you think about this one. And I'll catch you on the next video. It's SouFLoTV. I'm out. Peace.